got ripped in 60 days. And then I was like, I have something here. I went viral on showing how good nutrients are when it comes to food. Basically just trying to be the most nutrient dense man on earth.
What would you say the biggest lie is in the health industry?
Biggest lie is calories in, calories out. You can get away with eating more food despite of the calorie intake due to insulin.
What are your thoughts on that vegan message? Is it sustainable for a healthy lifestyle?
You're going to be nutrient deficient. It's not bioavailable. And bioavailable nutrition for humans is meat.
What are the benefits to intermittent fasting? And for the people who say it does more harm than good, what would be your message to them?
We're not supposed to be eating all the time. So when you start fasting, you'll start to repair the body, which is absolutely incredible. Raw milk is extremely nutrient dense. And if you want to increase your testosterone, it's nature's protein shake.
Is that really true?
What about breast milk?
Raw milk.
Just asking for a friend.
With like routine and preparation, how would someone like yourself or somebody who's trying to achieve the results that you're getting do that and also, you know, be out?
Great question. I get this a lot.
Lewis, why should people listen to you? What do you do?
So I'm the founder of Team Superhuman, the creator of the Superhuman diet. So we focus on nutrient dense foods. Single ingredient foods, and ensuring our mission is essentially to ensure that everyone has high energy, lives a healthy life. Just ensuring that we're on a mission to make the world a more attractive place with our transformation service. But yeah, we've helped thousands of people now. We've got hundreds of clients in our program, and not only are we getting great transformations, but we're changing their life. And that's all through nutrition. So yeah, it's a powerful diet. It's working very well, and yeah, it's going great.
What made you come up with this idea? Where the hell did it come from? And you just one day wake up and put down your McDonald's and start eating one ingredient foods?
Good question, man. Good question. So I was addicted to sugar around 2 years ago. I used to binge, 7, 8 p.m. It comes in the evening. I used to then.
Sam knows about that right now.
I know a guy like that.
One of my friends.
Guys, 7, 8 p.m. It was every day, and it was living on that sugar high.
Sweets are so good though. So good. Okay, not good for you. They taste nice though.
when you're on the sugar in the evening, it's the next day, and it's how it impacts you. You know, your mood in the day, how you treat other people, and how you just generally feel. Because I was on like low calorie diets, not really prioritizing nutrients, just eating, just following calorie goals, and then I used to binge in the evening like crazy, maybe half a box of cereal, couple chocolate bars every day. So I was just living on that sugar high. Then I went to Bali, and then I found myself in Bali. That was when life changed, like fully. I didn't go to Bali though to try and find myself. I saw like the fruit and veg, fresh fruit, all the fresh meats, and then I just switched. Maybe because the sun, maybe it's because I was on my own as well. And then I found myself through a transformation. I got ripped in 60 days, and then I was like, I have something here.
There, while you were there, this all happened.
Yeah, in Bali, 60 days. So I went super strict. Basically, I locked in. I went super dialed. Then this was 2 years ago, so before like anything was out on socials. And then I was like, I have something here. Like in my head, I was going crazy, writing stuff on whiteboards. This is super easy to get ripped. Like so easy, because I had high energy still. And I used to always struggle. So then I signed up to a mentorship to help me with my offer and service. £2,000 a month it was, because I needed them to help me to portray this to the world. How do I get the message out there? Then from there, I just explored with content. And yeah, I went viral on showing how good nutrients are when it comes to food. And then it just spiraled from there. Then I've like edited the diet throughout and tweaked things, going off new studies that I'm always looking at. Basically just trying to be the most nutrient dense man on earth, and then helping people with that.
2 years is mad, because obviously I've been speaking to you before, just for 10 minutes, and you know your stuff. Like 2 years, like I would have expected that you were doing this for a long time. Like, you really know your stuff.
Yeah, 2 years consistent. 2 years at the moment.
Were you a PT before that then as well?
Yeah, I was a PT. I had a good business, but I wasn't my best self as well. So what I did is I focused on self-improvement, and that's one piece of advice that I'd share as well. Is when you do that, and then you have a great message. Because I was in okay shape, but when I got ripped, that's when clients were coming.
Yeah.
I think
They were
getting
more
ripped
interested.
yeah, for sure. Getting ripped is so much harder than you perhaps might perceive it to be before you actually try and get ripped.
Yeah.
Because you always, run the risk of losing a lot of size as well if you do it wrong. So I'd be interested to find out, right? Because we literally filmed a mini podcast before this went live. We were speaking about so many interesting topics. So what would you say the biggest lie is in the health industry for nutrition when it comes to the gym?
The biggest lie or the biggest myth?
Start with the biggest lie and then we'll go for the biggest myth after.
The biggest lie is calories in, calories out.
Really?
Yeah. People don't, when you look into insulin, when you look into the studies of insulin, you can get away with eating more food despite of the calorie intake due to how it metabolizes in the body, due to insulin. And if you, this is where people are inputting them like 90 calories bars, with all these ingredients, following these low calorie breads, but they have 27 ingredients. The body doesn't recognize that nutrition going in, and you're not going to metabolize that well. Whereas if you input olive oil, where there's studies backed up on this, it actually helps you burn visceral fat, despite of it being 120 calories per tablespoon. So calories in, calories out is the biggest myth. Of course, there's going to be a point where you can't just eat 6,000 calories a day of real food, but you can get away with eating more because it's thermogenic nutrition. And thermogenic nutrition metabolizes in the body differently.
What is
So you burn more calories through digestion. So this is with the power of real food. Where if you eat a donut, you're going to input all of those calories because your body doesn't recognize the food going in, and it's going to store as fat. Whereas if you eat in maybe the sardines, the ribeye steaks, get metabolizes differently. And in terms of your insulin levels, you still stay fat adapted. That's the key. You need to stay fat adapted to, especially if you want to get ripped.
Yeah, I find it interesting because, like I was saying, there's so much misinformation within the health industry, right? So there was this whole craze with eating meat's bad for you. Everyone should become a vegan. You're destroying the planet. Now, obviously, I love my meat, right? I eat meat 3-4 times a day. I'm into my training. But what are your thoughts on that vegan message? Is it sustainable for a healthy lifestyle?
Vegan message, you're going to be nutrient deficient. Because you're not, nutrients found in meat, like your B vitamins, riboflavin, phosphorus, you can't get this in vegan food. So you're going to be nutrient deficient, unless it's from supplementation. But again, if you're getting supplementation, especially from like your not trusted sources, it's not bioavailable. And bioavailable nutrition for humans is meat. And the nutrients found in meat are the ones that give us energy. The ones that boost testosterone, high cholesterol. We need the high cholesterol because that helps with brain function and all other bodily functions and your metabolism.
Interesting. I have a question, right? Because I've done quite a lot of research into this myself, into like my training and trying to put on lean muscles. Very, very difficult. So I was listening to a study. I want to get your thoughts on this. Carnivores naturally, their jaws don't churn. They go up and down. Herbivores, they kind of churn like this so they can dissolve the leaves. So are humans naturally supposed to eat meat if our jaws circulate?
Yeah.
As a herbivore would?
Yeah. So if you go back and look into the studies and how we are and our ancestors and how we are essentially designed and how our stomach is, we are essentially designed to eat meat on how we are in terms of our stomach. Going back again, all of these years, that's all our ancestors ate. They go out and hunt, right?
Yeah.
So this is where I know. Of course, we've changed slightly throughout biologically and through DNA, but referring back, that's where we always have to go back to. Processed food wasn't around, 100 years ago. So this inputting that nutrition, your body will not recognize that going in.
So the message that you're putting out at the minute is something that's quite viral, as obviously as we've seen with yourself and Eddie as well, Eddie Abu. Yeah. What's sort of the main differences between your messages? Because I know you mentioned that they're slightly different.
Yeah, so Eddie, great guy. I love his content. I'm not against Eddie. I think he has a great message. Again, he's in the real food sector and he's trying to help people. I think the way he portrays fruit, he hasn't Put a good message out there.
Oh, that's actually, I noticed.
He's against fruit. He's more carnivore.
You've got fruit on your boards, don't you? And he's anti-fruit.
So fruit is gets a bad rap due to the, of course, high sugar, but we're forgetting about the fibers, the minerals, the vitamins that fruit contains, and fruit is very good for detoxifying the body. Especially the water content, which is H3O2 in when it comes to fruit. You've got different types of water. You've got the spring water, which is H2O, H3O2, which is from fruit. And that is going to give us energy because it's high electrolytes as well, sodium, potassium, magnesium. And if you control your carbohydrates, which is fruit, Eddie goes on about being fat adapted a lot. And he says you can't eat fruit. If you control your carbs, especially around training and post-workout, you can still be fat adapted.
What are your thoughts on carbs, right? Because ever since Eddie's come on the scene, everyone's scared to eat these carbs. Carbs are the best types of
Everyone
food.
gets scared walking in Tesco's now, innit? Like, you just fucking...
Yeah, it's like you'll pick something
like
up and then Eddie's face will come in your mind. You're like, oh, I should put this back, you know? So what are your thoughts on carbs? Like, can you still eat them as part of a balanced diet?
Refined carbohydrates, no.
What's a refined carbohydrate?
Refined carbohydrates are pastries, white bread, wraps, anything GMO, essentially, genetically modified, handmade. You want to go for natural carbohydrates. Some veggies are allowed in Superhuman protocol. Again, the reason why I don't add all veggies, because some affect bloating and how you feel in terms of digestion. So we're trying to just create the perfect diet on how people feel and getting them the results. So we don't add in certain veggies that's going to make you bloated due to the high starch, high fibers. But yeah, I'm very big on carbohydrates, but again, around training windows for your energy.
Pasta and rice, like they're the main ones, right?
Organic white rice is okay.
Organic.
I don't eat it much because it hasn't got many nutrients in. But if I was bulking, I would add it in. But I would with the Superhuman protocol, you're only allowed starch in the evening as well. You can't have starch in the day. So you're allowed potatoes, sweet potatoes, and organic rice on the diet, but not until the evening because your blood sugars and energy. Most people get that afternoon dip, right? They have their chicken and rice at lunch. 1 o'clock, they want to, they're more tired. Yeah, have a nap.
Yeah.
So they got that sleepy effect. That's what starch does. So we pull down the starch during the day and we stick with energy boosting carbohydrates, which is going to be natural organic fruits. So that's going to give you energy because it's high electrolytes. And electrolytes, how they work in the body is essentially like a, easy to explain, like a battery cell. So they recharge you up, help with muscle functioning and your bodily functions. And again, you need carbs for the brain for glucose as well.
For sure. Intermittent fasting is something we were speaking about prior to this podcast. I know you're big on fasting. I like to do fasting as well. I am a little bit inconsistent with it because it can be quite difficult. What are the benefits to intermittent fasting? And for the people who say it does more harm than good, what would be your message to them?
Mm-hmm. Well, firstly, we're not supposed to be eating all the time when it comes to inputting, digesting all the time. Because when you're focusing on digesting all of the time, that's where your body is using energy to digest the food. So if people are eating every 2 hours, and that's why they're always tired. The body is focusing on digesting food. So when you start fasting, you will start to repair the body, which is absolutely incredible how it works. When it comes to a longer fast as well, extended, you go into autophagy, and that starts rebuilding new cells, clearing out any excess debris, and just essentially like a Hoover. Is easy to explain. But I recommend if people are starting out and they're not currently fasting at the moment, just like a 16-8 to begin. So only eating 3 meals in an 8-hour window, and fasting for 16 hours. With no calories coming in then. So your green teas for high antioxidants, your black coffee, and your spring water. When
you actually think about it, it's not actually that hard to do. Like you kind of just have to miss breakfast and have a early-ish dinner.
Start at midday and finish at 8 in the evening.
Done.
That's it.
Yeah, that's your fast right there. A couple of questions, right? So some people say that black coffee can break fasts. Other people say it doesn't. And I actually have a question for myself as well. Does vaping break a fast?
Vaping, you need to get that out of your life. Guys,
sure.
It's going to
told him.
Yeah.
I really want to stop, bro. I really want to stop.
You need to get it out of your life because it's going to decrease your testosterone. It's really not healthy. That's one thing. So if you're aiming, like we discussed before, to boost your test, you're going against this now because you're vaping. There's many studies on this due to the vaping decreasing testosterone. And as men, we want high test, not only for building muscle, but burning fat, but for energy, vitality. It's extremely important. So cut the vape out of your life, man.
I completely agree. I think there's a huge pandemic, what no one's really talking about right now, and that is people addicted to vaping.
Kids addicted to
Kids are addicted to it.
massive,
like, I have a friend, he actually vapes in between sets in the gym. Right.
Wow.
And then I was in the spa area of my gym the other night, and I just saw anyone who's like between the ages of 18 to 30 who was there. They had their phone and they had an elf bar next to them as well.
They're being banned, though, aren't they, in the UK?
I fucking hope they do get banned.
I think they are being banned.
But it's not going to stop it. You're just going to buy it off John
Off
the
the black
dealer,
market,
probably for double the price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Still
in
a
terms of
market.
like vaping, right? Why should somebody stop it? Of
Okay,
course,
so-
it's bad for you, but
Yeah. So firstly, people vape. It's gonna be a dopamine effect that they're hitting. They're going for that, and of course the taste. So what I would recommend if you need to stop, just some extra advice here, you need to stack a new habit on top of that to try and remove. So I would firstly just replace it with simply like what people don't have next to them is water bottle or getting on the herbal teas, replacing that, because when you're vaping, you're doing it like every few seconds, and it's more of a habit now for people. So firstly, you need to, of course, throw it in the trash can. You need to get rid of it, throw it in the garbage.
Yeah.
But then have something in your hand, because you're gonna feel like something's missing because you haven't got the vape anymore. So water, people miss on that. I know it's like a simple tool, but people miss on that daily.
funny enough, look at
They
my
don't-
hands right
yeah,
now.
exactly, yeah.
'Cause I don't have my vape,
Yeah.
I'm fiddling.
Or the herbal teas, because the herbal teas is great because it's going to give you antioxidants, but it's taste coming in as well. People do it for taste, the vape, and if you're replacing that for herbal teas, you're now still getting a taste factor.
Just quickly back to the fasting. How does it work if you're bulking? Is it not a good idea?
Good question.
Great
to
question.
fast?
This is very great. Now, I would still recommend it, but you must ensure that you're still getting enough nutrients in when you are bulking. You need more nutrients coming in, but I recommend it due to how you partition nutrients, because the insulin sensitivity goes up. So that means on where you essentially distribute nutrients and making sure that you're absorbing them well. So I still recommend people fast in bulking.
And you still need to get it. So just for an example, my routine genuinely is wake up in the morning, so about 6:30.
Good.
I'll be in the gym. But then if I was going to fast, I would just miss breakfast. But then is it not good to fast? You need to get nutrients in. I come home, I bang 6 eggs and cheese.
Good.
That's,
Okay.
that's pretty much
Are you
what I
trying
do
to bulk at the
every
minute?
single day. Yeah.
You're trying to bulk.
Yeah. I'll talk you for my diet, but it's not going to be what you
Is
would.
it 4 meals a day?
Somewhat. It's mainly 3 meals. Mainly
Okay.
3 meals and like a shake, which, yeah.
Are you tracking any other metrics to ensure that you're adding size? In terms of
Data.
weight?
Data.
Data.
Yeah, data.
Somewhat. Every 6 weeks I go on this machine. I've got like a PT that helps me out with it as well.
Okay.
So yeah, there is data being tracked.
You can bulk
but-
on 3 meals, ensuring that when you're bulking, you will want to push up the carbs.
Yeah.
But what I will say, if weight is it's super simple. I get so many questions on the bulking. I recommend firstly 4 meals per day, because usually 3 meals people are not inputting enough nutrition, not enough nutrients coming in. But if your weight stool's going up and you're struggling to gain more mass, just drink raw milk in the day. It's that simple.
I'd love
raw
that.
milk is loaded with carbohydrates.
When you say raw milk, do you just mean like blue top milk?
No.
It's completely different.
Yeah, because that's pasteurized milk. It's been for a process, the
Right.
essentially enzymes and the nutrients.
Raw milk sounds like it's a bit thick.
Raw milk is extremely nutrient dense, and if you want to increase your testosterone as well and pack on, it's nature's protein shake.
Is that really true? Wow.
Yeah.
Where'd you get this from?
What about breast milk?
Raw milk.
Just asking for a friend.
Yeah,
Asking for a friend.
You're the friend.
breast milk is. I got asked this yesterday actually regarding breast milk and around around family future and stuff. And if I was to have a wife and kids, I would be making sure that the kids are on breast milk, because breast milk is extremely high in cholesterol.
I guess when they get to like 18, it gets a bit weird though, right?
then we have to.
There's a moral issue.
Then we have to change to the cow.
I bet you there's
Or we
people
have to
buying
find
off
some new
eBay.
breasts.
I bet you there's adults that buy it off
Find new
eBay,
breasts.
100% or somewhere.
But breast milk, there are some bodybuilders in the health sector. Swear to God, guys, that take the breast milk. Yeah, maybe 100 ml like a
That's
day.
commitment.
Nothing too extreme because it's extremely high in the omega-3 fatty acids.
Damn, I bet that's
And
saying
good, that's good for the brain. High cholesterol
Yeah.
we need for the brain.
I bet they're saying they need it for the protein, but they just want to suck some breasts.
Jake's missus is pregnant, so that's why I was asking, because then you don't need to go.
Okay.
You don't
Yeah,
need to go. You don't need to leave your
bulking
house.
and, yeah.
Incredible, man. Congrats.
Thank you.
I will say, yeah, when the child is born, this is what I would do.
Try some.
Just really
I would.
enhance your partner to
Yeah.
breastfeed the baby. Yeah, really
feel
good.
that's
Really good
best.
for the brain.
Going back to protein, right? And also just to produce natural testosterone too.
Yes.
What would you say you could do without going through the testosterone enhancement routes unnaturally, i.e. steroids? Like, how can you boost natural testosterone?
Yeah, so first steps to boost testosterone will be ensuring that you get daily fire. That is going to be number one. Daily fire is going to be sunlight. Now, for people that are like we're in the UK, it's going to be quite difficult. You want to ensure that you're on a vitamin D3 supplement every single day. People are not inputting this. And then with this, you want a vitamin K2 to reactivate the vitamin D.
They're very popular on TikTok at the minute.
5,000 international units, at least minimum. That's going to be around 15 minutes of sunlight per day. Number two, you need to fix your diet. The most important factor is it's down to diet and lifestyle habits. Diet, you must make sure that you are eating lots of red meat. And then when it comes to eggs and liver, why? Because these are high in vitamin D as well, and high in omega-3 fatty acids, which is going to boost testosterone and your zinc as well. So you're getting all of the nutrients. I would say some more far-fetched stuff that to boost test fast, like stuff where doctors won't tell you about, is going to be methylene blue.
What is methylene blue?
Methylene blue is extremely powerful. There's a book I read on, there's two books actually I read, but the best one is Ultimate Guide to Methylene Blue. It's extremely great for testosterone. It was a fabric dye used many years ago, but they tested this on patients and it's cured many diseases. It's absolutely incredible because it boosts your mitochondrial function.
That's mad.
Yeah.
What actually is it?
So it comes in a small little pouch, and you take driplets. Incredible for your mitochondria.
Is it natural though? Because I know you're very with the natural.
It's natural.
It's natural.
Yeah, it's natural.
Does it come
Where
from a
does it come
plant?
from? Yeah.
So it comes from. I don't know exactly here in terms of where it is from, but it is natural sourced. Yeah, it's naturally sourced. Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. So I also heard, sorry, Jake.
Go on.
I heard that apparently tobacco, if taken naturally through perhaps a cigar, that could be a natural testosterone booster. Is that a fallacy or is
Yeah.
that true?
I would be big on this as well. Yeah, tobacco again, because it's again naturally sourced. Cigars are extra ways to boost your testosterone. Yeah.
Wow. So there's some
That's
benefits
mad.
from smoking cigars. What about a cigarette? Perhaps not.
No.
Sam just wants any reason to
Yeah.
smoke.
Yeah.
Vaping, cigarettes.
Just have a cigar instead of the vape.
It's-
Yeah,
it's-
do cigars. Saints.
It's everything to do with essentially nature. Is going to be an easier answer to aspect, but cigarettes genetically modified, processed. But cigars, yeah. But I'm not going to sit here and say I recommend those cigars because, yeah, that's not the message I want to preach. So I'm not going to sit here and say I want people to go and take cigars. But there are studies where it will boost your testosterone. Yeah.
What does a day to day look like for you? So, in terms of your diet and routine,
So it's like Groundhog Day every day.
even Saturdays and Sundays.
Yeah, it's the same every day. It's the same every single day, Monday to Sunday. There's no days off gym. There's no days off my cardio. There's no days off my diet. It's the exact same. But as long as I'm making progress in terms of having higher impact, that's all that makes me happy, really. So I do the same thing every day. Nutrition will change throughout. I make sure I reach 100% nutrient targets within my diet. Have my morning routine. Work with the team for 4 hours in the morning. I go to gym in the afternoon. I wind down in the evening. I do sauna after gym, red light therapy. I do all of this. It's all structured. Everything's on the whiteboard as well. So it's very structured. Yeah, I'm up at 6. Yeah.
And then your diet every day.
Yes.
So you're fasting at the minute.
Yeah, so I eat 12 p.m. and then last meal is 6 p.m.
Oh, it's got 6 hour.
Yeah, so 18-6 every single day. 3 meals. Again, I put all my meals on my stories every single day
Yeah.
of what I eat. I just ensure all the nutrients are going in every single day. When it comes to your healthy fats, reaching nutrient targets, proteins. Depending on my goals, though, I've been shredding recently, but now I may go on a bulk. So it might be, you might see the 4 meals on the story.
Is that all it would be? You'd literally just add a meal and it'd be the same, similar to what you have, because your meals are quite similar, aren't they? No matter what point it is. It's not like breakfast, lunch, and dinner for you, is it? It's kind of like,
it's very structured. Yeah, I'm on 10 eggs a day. 10 eggs a day at the moment. But yeah, I'd add in 1 more meal. Then if weight stalls, like I mentioned on the bulk, I'd drink raw milk throughout the day, because raw milk is very high carb and high protein, and very easy to get in the carbohydrates, right?
Regarding bulking, right? Again, there's a lot of misinformation on bulking. So what would you say? Why do so many PTs tell you to eat squares bars firstly? Because surely they got to be shit.
Yeah, again, how I mentioned earlier, that the body will not recognize that food going in. It's giving your body 0 nutritional value, 0 life. That's the way I look at food now. So I do look at food as a poison now, where it's giving you 0 nutritional value. And the problem with today is convenience as well. So if you switch that for a banana and some honey, you're going to get a lot greater micronutrient profile out of that. So 0 micronutrients in that bar. Yes, it has carbohydrates. People were following the macros approach. But when you follow the micro and macro approach, that's where you're going to essentially feel like a real life superhuman. And that's the message. You're going to be healthy. You can be fit and ripped, but not feeling that great and not healthy, maybe gut issues. But if you really want to enhance your self-improvement, remove all of that from your life.
Yeah.
Focus on the micros.
For sure.
Yeah.
So I used to get advised, a lot of people used to do this actually, for bulking, try and eat like 7 meals a day. It's not sustainable if you're a busy guy. But is it even good to do that? Surely that can't be good for you, or what are your thoughts on that?
Well, again, everyone has their own aspects to get nutrients in, get calories into the body. The body is not going to be generally feeling great. The message I want to put out there is making sure people are feeling great, they achieve their best shape, they have great gut health, and they live a happy life. Eating 7 meals a day, you're going to be bloated all the time. Your body's energy is going to be focusing on digesting food all the time. So you're never going to have actually any, energy to actually focus on work. You're going to get grain brain if you're eating lots of rice, too much of it. That means where you can't focus because you're overloading too much on the starch, and you're not giving your body enough time to heal. So I don't recommend 7 meals a day.
Yeah, good.
As long as you get enough nutrients in, then that's all that matters. But I recommend in a smaller window, and then you're giving your body, through that fasting protocol, you're allowing now your body to heal, and then you're getting all of these extra benefits from fasting.
With like routine and preparation, so I like to meal prep, and I've got my meals prepped, but like say for example like tomorrow I'm out in the afternoon, I'm out all day, how would someone like yourself or somebody who's trying to achieve the results that you're getting do that, and also be out and have dinner booked in and things like that? Like do you go for dinner?
That's a great question.
Great question.
Yeah.
I get this a lot. I get this. So firstly, I do want it to be sustainable for everyone. So how I operate when I eat out, firstly, I make sure on the go that I just go to supermarkets. That's simple. So obviously when you go to maybe a service station, you're out on the go driving, just find the nearest supermarket. Ignore all of the fast food, ready meals, anything like that. Ignore all of that. And then I just pick up some boiled eggs or Greek yogurt usually with some fresh fruits. That is all I eat on the go. Again, it's quite strict because that's all there is in the supermarket ready to eat.
So boiled eggs, you can just get them pre-made, right? And
that's all I eat on the go. Out for dinners as well, I eat out a lot. People don't think I eat out, and I just ignore the carbohydrates and the fried foods. So I make sure that I, of course, only go to a restaurant where they have fresh meat. So you won't see them in like a fast food chain or...
Nando's? Does
Nando's
that count?
I would avoid because they cook with seed oils.
Right.
Yeah, so I would avoid Nando's. You want to check the ingredients in Nando's. I know. Do you like Nando's?
I'm not a Nando's guy, but these two.
I love Nando's, but funny
You
enough,
wanna check the
I was
ingredients?
told the same thing by a friend.
Yeah.
Apparently, the stuff it's cooked with is terrible, and they use really cheap meat as well to maximize profit.
Yeah, yeah. And this is again where I go against Big Pharma. The drug companies, the food companies are working together to maximize profit. They don't care about your health. They care about profits, and they want the food to be addicted. People addicted to the food. So yeah, this is where you have to be. It's quite a strict life. It's quite strict. But steak and salmon out. Usually ignore the carbohydrates. For dessert, I might get some peppermint tea.
Nice.
It's very
So
strict.
what about your sides? You just don't get anything for sides. You literally just get steak.
Yes, I will get sides if the restaurant cooks in beef tallow. Again, it depends where I am.
Do you have to like proper research if you're going to be going somewhere? You're like, right, okay, I'm going to arrange a meeting with so and so, and then I need to make sure that we're going to this restaurant because it has what you need on the menu.
Not really. I just ask the waiter, the waitress, on the day, and if they don't cook in beef tallow or butter, I bounce.
Really?
Really?
Yeah,
The
leave,
oils as well. This is something that a
I'm
lot
that
of people.
strict. I'm that strict.
Fair.
Yeah, a lot of people aren't educated on the oils that people cook with. So you have like, what is it, rapeseed oil?
Rapeseed oil. You have vegetable oil. You have
Yeah.
canola oil, sunflower oil.
Why should people stay away from these oils?
What's the main oil? Like extra virgin olive oil? Like, what's the difference?
Yeah, so extra virgin olive oil is incredible for the body because it's high in polyphenols. It essentially helps get rid of free radicals within the body, and it's incredible for losing visceral fat. Olive oil. I know it's high fats, and you see these.
I
reels
can't believe how dense it is. Like 1 teaspoon is like, what do you say, 130 calories?
Yes, so
Like,
people go on
that's
about
mad.
people go on about this, but they don't look into the fact of the nutrient profile of olive oil and where it has fat burning effects. It's due
You
to
just see that it's
due
fatty.
to the polyphenols. Again, high fats is incredible because where your insulin is controlled. But vegetable oils, canola oil, you always want to stay away from these. Again, it's been genetically modified. It's not actually the seed oil itself. So it's not the seed oil that's bad. It's the process it goes through on where it's been genetically modified. So it gets heated to a high temperature, around 600 degrees. It gets spun around, goes through processes mixed with hexane. Again, this was used as essentially to work with cars. I don't know if you've heard about this.
No.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you exactly how though. Could you explain?
Yeah, so it was used on cars to help them run back in the day. They used this, but due to where it's mixed with hexane, so this is where it's not going to be safe for human consumption.
Hey, that's so wild, isn't it? Because my PT was telling me about this. It kind of went over my head, but that is fucking crazy.
Butter's your natural source, guys.
Yeah.
Is Anchor good enough though?
Anchor's
Something
not
like
good
that.
enough. Because Anchor is essentially seed oils. It's mainly vegetable oils.
So when you buy that lump of butter, what do you need to look out for on the packet?
You want to ensure it's organic. So the word you want to look for is grass-fed, pasture-raised, organic, or unpasteurized. You get good ones in Waitrose and M&S in the UK. Yeah,
Let's talk about sugar, right? Because I feel
a
like
great topic.
sugar is one of the most addictive substances, and I feel like people have a genuine sugar addiction. I think I'm addicted to sugar. And the differences between being addicted to sugar and perhaps a drug is I can go across the road now and buy a bar of dairy milk. I actually done that yesterday, right? So what are the dangerous side effects of sugar consumption, and how is this bad for people who consume it every day?
Sugar I class as white poison. The negative effects it has on your life and what I went through as well. Being a sugar binger in the evening, 7, 8 p.m. in the evening, I would move to the bowls of cereal, heavy amounts of chocolate, and that makes you, firstly, you're going to be overweight long term, decreases your testosterone, and ruins your insulin sensitivity. Ruins it. So it means that essentially you're going to be more insulin resistant over time. So it's really, I class as white poison. It's really not good for the body because it's how it's been made. It's been genetically modified. It's super refined. sugar, the processors. And it's one of the most addictive drugs on earth.
It really is.
Yeah.
Like
It's just easy accessible. Like
Most people don't even know they're addicted to it, do they? Like I was buying sweets every single day, and eating them at like stupid times, like midnight. But I never thought, oh, I've got a sweet addiction. I just thought, oh, I just want some sweets.
So I just like sweets.
Every day for years.
How good did you feel on it?
We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. The more of you that subscribe, the better value we can offer and the bigger guests that we can bring on. It's going to help us massively with our journey, and we're going to bring you along with us.
Well, at the time it was banging. But then when I look back at it,
Buzzing.
But yeah, but then when I look back at it, it stopped me like even wanting to eat other food. I could just eat sweets.
Yeah.
It was fine, and it stopped my hunger. And now I'm like, how the hell did I do that for so long?
And it's very, very bad for gut health. It can start building up yeast in the body, and then sugar thrives off that. So my gut health was terrible. Absolutely awful. I was always bloated. I used to smell a lot as well. This is where the bad bacteria, you build up candida in the body, and it's really not healthy. But yeah, the reason why people love the sugar as well, it's convenience. It's within arm's reach everywhere, right?
Oh, massively. And I think where it is so addictive is, for example, I know chocolate just doesn't agree with me. I eat it every day, right? Not like regularly, but you know, I'll fast, I'll have my 4 meals, I'll train, I'll sauna.
Every day is quite regular.
In terms of like, I don't eat it regularly throughout the day, but then I'll have like a bar of chocolate. Every night I'll have a bar of chocolate, and I can't just have a little bit. Like whatever's in the fridge is getting completely gone, right? And then instantly my stomach's fucked. Like it's horrible. So
But you don't care enough to
Would you say that's more a habit now?
definitely. Yeah, it's something I've had my whole life. I remember being a kid, and I've always loved chocolate. And I think because I have quite a fast metabolism, I don't really physically see perhaps the worst effects, but I just know it's not good for you. So like, how can you stop sugar? What would be some replacements for the viewers listening, and also for myself?
Yeah, so the first switch I would do, again, you need to stack a new habit on top. So replace it with 100% dark chocolate, because you're still going to get, of course, it's not going to be the same hit, right? But you're still going to be eating something that's a similar aspect. If you cut it out completely, you're going to struggle to begin. You're going to get withdrawal symptoms as well.
Does that happen from sugar?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So it is. It's a drug, isn't it?
Yeah, because you're detoxifying. So I would recommend you just switch that to 100%. And first, you need to make the commitment that you want to change.
He forgot to mention that he did also wake up sometimes at about 2-3 a.m. and go
Just
to
munch
the fridge.
chocolate.
Oh, I'm being exposed now. Yeah, so to tell you that story.
This is how bad it is.
Yeah,
Super addictive.
Mate, it was so bad for me. I haven't done this in years, couple years. But I used to wake up around like 3 a.m. and I'd genuinely sleep eat. I don't even smoke weed. Like I would sleep eat chocolate. I'd have a drawer next to my desk, not my desk, my bed, that would have like cookies in, dairy milk. And then I'd kind of come around and I'd wake up and I'd just have like melted chocolate in my fingers. But what am I doing?
Sleep eating.
It was insane. It was so insane.
Firstly, you need to not buy it anymore. Why do you buy it still?
Because it's so good, man.
Do you want to remove it from your life or not? You do.
I would like to be more, I'd say, disciplined with it. Like, not remove it completely because it brings me enjoyment, but perhaps like having it as a treat as opposed to a daily routine.
I can't have it there though. Like if I've got like sweets, like they're
Then you
getting
eat
eaten
it,
that
don't you?
day. Like there's no, like they're not waiting until another day. They're going that day. All of them. Not leaving one.
I'm
Munching as
pretty
well.
good with
Actually, like
chocolate
not
and
got a
sweets.
few.
I don't
I'm
touch
just
it really too much.
Any addiction with you on sugar?
No, not food wise. I wouldn't say. Oh, cheese.
Cheese. What
Fucking
cheese are you
love
eating?
cheese.
What cheese is
Cathedral City.
Banging.
Right.
It's just. Is there a better cheese for me to choose? Organic, grass fed.
Yeah. That's not going to be. It's pasteurized cheese.
Yeah.
So it's very low in nutrients. So one simple switch that you can get it from Tesco's. Get Parmigiano Reggiano, because it's going to be lactose free as well, which is great for your gut health.
Okay.
Also higher in protein. So and it's because it's made with raw cow's milk. One simple switch. If you want to go into like details of cheese, you can get Comté cheese, brie cheese, all of these that are made with
Feta?
Yeah, that's great.
It's very good.
Yeah, it's lower in lactose. So the cheese you're eating is not very high in nutrients, especially lower in calcium. So just make that simple switch. And cheese is still great. It's a health food. It's great for gut health because it's high in probiotics as well.
What are you doing to keep learning about all this? Are you still learning every day new things?
Yeah, so I've tweaked the diet essentially throughout to ensure, due to always going off studies, more testing on ourselves and clients as well. We've got our protocol at the minute is incredible. So everyone gets their daily protocol when they join us on the program. But I'm always researching because always new studies are coming out every single day. So I'm always researching on how can I improve to be even more of a superhuman, even greater with more energy. This is where I was talking about the methylene blue, new studies coming out there. So I'm inputting this now into my daily protocol and I'm seeing changes. So the ultimate goal is to be, the most nutrient dense man, and helping others that want to live that lifestyle, become that, so that everyone can live that happiness in life. Because it truly is amazing how you feel.
So we've talked a lot about the health side of things. The other side of things, obviously, it's a business podcast, is obviously you've been able to create a really successful business from preaching and obviously doing what you're doing. So how did the sort of virality start?
Yeah, so it started from
one video and just went... Shh.
Yeah, so it started from the chopping board video. That was when I was talking around all the nutrients on a board. So I pick up a board, talk to the camera, explain to people why you should eat this when it comes to all of the nutrients and how it helps you achieve your goals. So I was just giving out, I still give out, what makes me happy is giving out value. Ensuring that if I post one story or one post, it's going to help. If it's one person or 100, it doesn't matter. If it makes one impact, that truly is my mission. That's what makes me happy. So yeah, the virality, I found something that works with videos. People love nutrition. And I tell them what to eat, but I tell them how it's going to affect them. So I give out so much value in my content. So people can come onto my page and lose the first 5 kg without paying me a dime. Give out value, actually want to help people, and then the rest follows, man. The rest will follow. The business will come your way if you give out the value. Yeah.
So when did you realise you're really onto something? Obviously, you've gone viral. Obviously, you're waking up every day and your followers are going up. How many followers are you up to now, by the way?
Now 800.
800.
Wow, that's big, man.
800,000.
800,000.
Soon a million.
Massive. Yeah, soon.
Yeah, soon. Yeah, we'll eventually get there.
So how are you seeing still a lot of increase in what you're doing?
Yeah, so it's a 2-to-1 ratio. So we lose thousands monthly, sorry. But we're gaining thousands more. So I will lose. Last month I lost 20,000. Yeah, but I gained 30. So I had 10,000 more. So it's like a 2-to-1 ratio. Loads of people come off, but I suppose the reason why I'm always preaching the same message. People might be sick of seeing me sometimes, because I'm super strict. I go against everything. So some people might not want to see that eventually. So then they click the unfollow button. But I see loads of people always coming back as well. So they unfollow, then follow. But yeah, at the moment, the last few months, it's been 20,000 out, 30,000 in. But we're on the rise.
I could imagine for your viewers, people that are kind of half in, half out with this health journey, they might follow you, fall off, see what you're doing, and it's a reminder to themselves what they're not doing.
Yes.
So that could be a particular reason why you might lose a few, but then gain more.
Yeah.
Right?
And this is probably why we lose a lot on the page. It's due to the fact I don't preach any balance, and people are sick of it.
That's like Eddie as well, isn't it? Right.
Yeah.
So he
will lose a lot as well, but because he keeps going viral, so he'll keep getting more and more followers coming in.
For the viewers, who is your ideal demographic of people that you can help, who perhaps want to change in their health journey but don't quite know how to start or where to start?
Yeah, so the main people we help inside the program, usually around 30 to 40 years old, working a 9 to 5 or they own a business, super busy, no time to train, maybe they got kids, just need the structure. Usually people that come on, they want to heal the gut, addicted to sugar, overweight, got the belly, and they want to get to their best shape and ultimately become their best version. So they stand out. And we want our transformation so good where like the client walks into a birthday party 3 months later and people don't recognize them. When it comes to their hair, when it comes to the skin, the body. So we want the whole transformation. It's a health transformation service, like holistic approach.
Don't you use something on your hair? Someone was saying.
Yeah.
Joe was saying.
You know my shampoo routine?
Go on.
it's not Head and Shoulders, is it?
Does anyone, do you know?
Is it egg yolks?
Yeah.
No way. Egg yolk.
Egg yolks.
Egg yolks.
Really?
Seriously?
Yeah, this is how strict I am. I'm poison free.
Have you filmed that? And
I haven't put out a video on this. I put it on my story.
That would be fantastic.
But I use egg yolks on my hair once a week, 2 egg yolks, because it's high in vitamin A, I'm high in vitamin E, and it's high in riboflavin as well.
You seeing results?
You do look like you have great hair.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
You're the first man I've ever met who puts egg yolk in his hair as well.
egg yolks on my hair, bro.
Eggs.
Yeah,
Not the whites.
This is how strict I am. No, not the whites, just the egg yolks. And it's the essential aminos in the egg yolks, so the fatty acids as well. Really good for your hair. Your hair follicles.
Like you massage it in and leave it in there,
Yeah,
like a normal.
I do it just like how you would with shampoo, guys. 30 seconds, but make sure you wash it out with cold water. Not warm, because otherwise you get scrambled egg hair.
I really imagine that.
Did you learn that
like
yourself?
The smell of
I learned that myself.
Does it smell? Like
my hair doesn't smell now.
After you wash it though, like how do you
would smell?
get the
It
egg
would
smell
smell
out?
a little bit in the shower, but it goes down. It's fine.
Right.
But
Okay.
It's changed my life because I get no hair falling out now. I used to get the split ends maybe falling out in the shower, but shampoos are full of many toxic ingredients. So that's what I stay away from. An egg is extremely powerful, not only for the body, building muscle, losing fat, but for your hair. And the eggshells. I eat eggshells as well. Again, I don't post this stuff though. So there's some stuff I do off camera that I don't share and do.
How do you eat an eggshell?
I
Is it
do-
not like, do you ever cut your mouth? Because they're quite sharp, aren't they?
Yeah, so I crack the. I eat one a day, eggshells, because it's high in calcium. And again, why? It's the greatest calcium because it's bioavailable. But I wouldn't post this because
I was going to say,
the
why
message
not?
of me posting that is not going against what I want to portray. So I do some stuff off camera because I know that I'll get silly comments and it would just get a lot of hate if I did that. The whole guide is to help people eat healthier. So there's a lot of stuff I do off camera that I don't post because I know it would just blow up on the wrong manner. I eat one eggshell a day.
To get your clients to do this as well.
No.
You don't.
No.
You're just taking it to the
But
next level.
I give my protocol in the program. So I tell them everything what I do day to day, morning routine, what I do with my hair, everything. So they can follow that if they want.
Do you ever test things and think, you know what, like you measure it and it's, this isn't good,
Not
or
seeing
this
results.
isn't seeing what?
Yeah, so I'm still testing new teas, trying to again bring up my energy even higher. New teas, but I'm testing. It's actually made me feel worse.
Okay.
I'm always working onto new protocols, but only within nature.
So somebody that wants to sign up to the program,
Yeah.
what would they expect to see? I mean, I know you said 3 months, which is like a really fast turnaround, but what would they expect to see the program look like? Diet, gym,
Yeah, so
different for everybody.
Yeah, so it's customized. It must be because we bring on women, men of all ages, but we're more in the range of 30 to 45-year-olds. It's customized. They get a coach. They get access to me. They get access to community, and the coach support is incredible. My team are great because they're all in the Superhuman protocol. Yeah, the amount of inquiries we get for people that want to join our team. So I must make sure that our team are Superhuman efficient.
So they do it themselves, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and they care about the clients. That's the main thing. But yeah, the community is brilliant. So we've got that going. They get, of course, nutrition plans. They go through phases. So there's 3 phases in the program to ensure that they don't stall throughout. And they get recipe packs. Everything they need to get lean, strong, become confident, their ultimate version. Everything. Yeah, and the one-to-one support, because I can't handle everyone, of course.
Of course.
But I still talk to clients, yeah.
So how many people you got on at the minute?
There's a lot, man. Nearly 1,000 clients.
Wow.
Growing.
Well done, man.
Nice. Yeah,
there's a
good.
lot.
Just
That's it.
love to see it. I mean, you clearly know your stuff, and
Definitely.
it's like you wouldn't go to a barber who has shit hair. You wouldn't go to a PT who's out of shape, and you're clearly in very good shape as well. So whatever you're saying, even though it's outside the box, is definitely working. I might try the egg yolk tonight.
Swap it for chocolate.
Your hair
innit? No chocolate
Your hair
bar.
looks good, though. What are you using at the minute?
I mean, I just had a transplant, actually. It hasn't quite grew through
I
yet.
didn't realise, yeah.
So your old
Really?
lifestyle, like 3-4 years ago, you were going Nando's,
Yes, yeah. I would go,
McDonald's. You were doing all what anybody, any
I
normal
would go
person.
McDonald's. I'd have at least 2 free takeaways a week. But every single day, it was sugar binging.
And you're a PT as well, doing all this.
Yeah. I still work
just
hard and try.
standard, isn't it?
I was not like crazy out of shape, but to me, I was fat. You know, I was 30 pounds overweight. To me, I was fat. Some people thought I wasn't you know, out of shape, but to me, I was. I felt uncomfortable, you know, and I felt super inflamed because every evening it was a sugar binging. It was like crazy as well. It wasn't just one chocolate bar. It would be 2 or 3 big ones with half a box of cereal.
You know, mate. What was your
because it feels so good.
What was your go-to favourite chocolate? It's probably the wrong message for the podcast, actually. But
back then it was caramel, something. Any could be Dairy Milk caramel.
Okay, yeah, not a bad choice. Yeah.
Yeah, the Wonka bars as well. Them ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to get a lot of that. But anything caramel, I'd pick and grab, and it would be crazy heavy. Yeah. 3, 4.
Do you miss it though? Do you miss the chocolate? Do you miss the Nando's? Do you ever walk past and we used to have good times?
Do I miss the?
What do you actually? Let me ask this question. What do you miss the most?
I suppose in terms of how good I feel, and it's mainly my gut health and my energy every day. There isn't actually anything I miss. I feel great.
You don't miss being poisoned?
I don't miss being poisoned.
No, but it's a good mindset. It's such a good mindset to have a look at, because then you'll think about like, is it good or bad for you? It's going to poison me. I'm not going to eat it. I'm not going to drink it.
The food I eat every day is delicious. I'm eating ribeye steaks.
It's true.
Nice.
With beef tallow and eggs.
Are you eating raw chicken?
Raw chicken I'm not eating yet.
So there is a guy that does eat raw chicken. Can you tell us about him?
Yeah, so he's doing a challenge. He's done a 90-day challenge to see if he gets salmonella. Eating raw chicken for 90 days.
What a challenge!
And he's been mentioning.
He's a man of the people.
He's gone viral.
He's doing it for all of us.
He's gone viral on this, and he's been mentioning how great he feels throughout the whole protocol. So again, what we've been told about everything, about the eggs, the chicken gives you salmonella, it's all coming out. This is one big myth. Avoid raw milk. When we give raw milk to our clients, and they lose more visceral fat, clients that can't drink conventional milk from the stores, but they're now drinking raw milk, feeling amazing. But we've been told raw milk's poison. So like everything we've been told, you have to more go into your own research as well, and like untell yourself all of this, because it's a lot of it is false.
Everything we've been told about nutrition's a lie. Like even from
food
when you were a
pyramid
kid,
is totally wrong.
Yeah.
Tell you to eat this many amounts of grains per day. It's totally wrong.
That's nuts, isn't it?
And the way they used to encourage kids to eat cereal for breakfast. Cereal's poison.
And this is where I was mentioning with the food administration and the drug admin team. They're working together. Yeah. And it's all to do with profits.
Bro, it's so true. Do you know what I read the other day? There's a contract in America. The same company install vending machines into every single elementary school with sugary drinks. Yeah. And that same company has a contract with the pharmaceutical companies to prescribe them ADHD tablets. Yeah. Because you give a kid sugar, they're bouncing off the walls. Oh, he's got ADHD, that's fine, go to this pharmacy. What the fuck?
Yeah.
It's mad.
Ecosystem of business.
Yeah, it really is.
That's it. They feed them the sugar, they get sick, they go to get the pills. And they make profit. And Big Pharma brings in billions per year. I'm totally against all of the medications they provide. All of it. You can heal yourself through natural remedies, for sure. This is what I'm big on. You can heal yourself through natural.
So with your team, how many guys have you got? Guys and girls have you got working with you?
This is where the team are great. I love the team. I live for the team every day, of course, and I must make sure I'm on the ball, living the lifestyle with them. There's 26 on the team now.
Wow, that's a big scale, man.
Yeah, it's a super grateful. The team you build is the company you build. So I ensure that the whole team is aligned with the mission.
Is everybody on your program? Everybody that works for you, they're on your program and they're doing?
Not everyone.
Depending on what role, I suppose, right?
Yeah, probably 60 to 70% of people are.
So probably like front facing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the coaches are, setters, I don't think they are. The head of client support, they are. But yeah, my role now is to ensure the team are looked after. They feel great, and they're on the same mission with me. You know.
So you're working with 1,000 clients at any given time. Is that increasing, decreasing? Are you seeing a bit more of an uptake on that?
Yeah. So we've hit like a.
And then their 3 months end. So the 3 months ends. So you have to refill with another 1,000 clients throughout those 3 months. One drops off, one comes in.
Yes, we have further programs throughout. So there's different tiers and phases depending on their transformation and if they want to push further. But we're always, some of course going to be leaving due to circumstances or holidays. But then we're always bringing in new people as well.
Do you personally do the sales for the program, and do you have sales guys?
Yeah, I have a sales team. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I call them client of support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Rather than sales, because sales could be a bit
partnerships, manager, director.
It's something I'm trying to.
It's a word that could scare people off.
Stephen Bartlett talks about it though. Stephen Bartlett said in his, I don't know what podcast, I think it was his book I listened to, and he was saying that he went into a big company and just like this slight change, like completely changed their conversion rates from, because obviously sales people are perceived as,
it's a dirty word,
sleazy almost.
Yeah,
I think he changed the word to. He changed the word to it was relationship. Partnership team sounds way better.
Yeah.
So Lewis, how do people find you on social media? What are your tags?
Superhuman Diet and Team Superhuman _. That's where you can find me. I put out lots of free content. If you're looking to ultimately achieve your greatest shape and heal your gut and become your best version, the Superhuman Diet, put out lots of free value. If you just follow me there, you'll learn something. And if you follow the protocol, you feel great.
It'll change your life.
Just to wrap up, one final thing for the listeners. What would be your motivational message for somebody who has these habitual, terrible cycles? What would be your message to help them change? One small thing they could do.
What I would say is clean your pantry, clean your cupboards. And instead of focusing on calories and macros at the moment, just only eat single ingredient foods. As much as you want to begin. Only input high vitamins, high minerals, high fibers, single ingredient foods. Stay away from all the garbage. It will change your life. Then once you've got this in place, you're addicted to this food because you will over time. Your gut will essentially improve. Then you can start dialing it in further if you want to get more ripped. But just clear out all the garbage from your life and live a poison-free.
Boom. Thank you so much.
Superhuman, Superman.
That was sick.
Thank you.